Hey, I'm going to give you 6 smart things. Well, I think they're smart things that you should do if you're trying to learn bass over 40. You've done other things in your life, but you've always wanted to play the bass. For whatever reason, the instrument attracted you and you want to play bass. Well, I'm going to tell you 6 things that I think you should keep in mind when learning to play the electric bass guitar, particularly later in life. Now, I'm going to assume that you have a bass, you know, like the basic stuff. You can hold it and you can play a few notes. You know how to play in tune. You know how to tune the instrument. The first thing I would say is to really identify what kind of music you want to play. An add-on to that is what kind, who do you want to play that music with? What kind of music do you want to play? Who do you want to play it with? I always come back to this question because it saves so much time. The internet is a wild place with a lot of information, and you could spend a lot of time trying to do things or take advice that don't really lead you to where you want to go. Hey, real quick, are you looking for some more clarity on where you might be on your bass playing journey? If so, I put together a pretty cool checklist that's linked below this video. Now listen, it isn't the way, but it is definitely a way to check and see where you are and give you some tips on things you might do to get to the next level. Again, it's linked below. Back to the video. My second tip is to try to learn those songs by ear. Just try. I mean, they may seem hard at first, but all of us learns language by listening and copying and mimicking. There's nothing wrong with learning the instrument first. Yes, you're gonna make mistakes. Yes, you're gonna have technique issues that you need to work out. We're all gonna have that, but just like any other language, we get that. And yes, there are bad habits, but man, they're not as hard to fix. I might get some heat for that, but I don't think they're as hard to fix as we might think. There's certainly, we don't want to shy away from just trying to learn how to play songs by ear. No other language is taught that way. So at least try to play those songs by ear and take note. This may be a bonus tip. Take note of, when I play, I have a hard time doing this with my hand, that with my hand. So when you do get a teacher, or when you do look for a YouTube video, you can look for things that are specific to that problem. My fretting hand, I'm not getting clean notes on my fretting hand. You might search fretting technique on YouTube. I have a video that I'll link up there that talks about fretting technique. You can check that out as well, but there's a lot of good information there. So try to play by ear, take note of what's happening, and enjoy that process. Number 3 is start with the simple songs first. Listen, if you're a beginner, all of it may seem hard, and that's okay. Start with one note at a time, chunking. You don't have to play, the mark of a good bass player is not playing all the fast stuff, right? So don't be afraid to stick with the simple things for a little while. Number 4, absolutely 100% without a doubt, do not use tab. Don't waste your time on tab. Tablature on the internet particularly is often wrong. It's never going to replace your ears. It's a time waster. Just trust me on that. Don't use tab. By the way, I know that somebody already has an opinion about that. Leave it in the comments. I'm open for dialogue, but I feel pretty strongly that tab is a really big waste of time. Also, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell for notifications so you never miss a video. Number 5, use technology. Yeah, back in the day, we used to learn on records and tapes, but I use a great tool called SongMaster Pro that will make your practice time more fun and ruthlessly efficient. You can isolate bass parts, you can strip away vocals, you can make your own backing tracks. It's really a fantastic piece of software that I absolutely swear by. You can get that linked below. It is an affiliate link, but I use this tool all the time. Number 6 is find ways to play in community. I know this is not available for everybody, but you know, if it's friends, your local church, you know, community colleges now are, you know, they need to keep their arts programs open, so they will have opportunities to play in community. If there's a jam session in your area, go find ways to play with people. Look online. If you find some folks in your area, find some common tunes, 5 or 6 common tunes. You know, if people are on similar levels and say, hey, look, let's get together, hang out, meet. You know, listen, I play bass, I play guitar, and you learn your part, and then you get together and try to, and you know, it's like a bowling league or something for musicians. That's okay. You know, find ways to play in community. I know we're all, you know, it's harder when we're older, we get off work and things like that. You kind of want to be in your silo, but few things teach music better than playing in community. And with that, you're going to have to maybe say yes to songs that you don't love at first. I believe that all songs have something to teach us, either a technique concept for us, you know, that we could learn, a harmonic concept that we can learn, a rhythmic concept that we can learn. Every song has that in there. We got to, you know how to look for those things. Now, I do have a membership called Groove School. It's not a traditional course or, you know, anything like that, but it's more like having me in your pocket. I know that sounds weird, but you know, it's like I break things down as though we were sitting here together. I do them in my own way, in a way that I feel like is a little different. It's personable. So you can check that out. There's a trial, no pressure, but above all, there's several different things, but right off the top of my head, I really think that the North Star, especially for, you know, us folks who aren't kids anymore, right? When we aren't kids anymore, we don't have like vast amounts of time, is what kind of music do you want to play? Who do you want to play it with? I know that I have other bass educators and you know, advanced beginner, intermediate, advanced players that check out videos. You guys leave your comments down below this video as well, and let's each one teach one. I'm a firm believer that it ain't rocket science, it's pocket science. And so that's my philosophy, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You've been wanting to play the bass, you can play the bass, and you will play the bass. Just keep those things in mind. There's other stuff, but keep those things in mind. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell for notifications. Over there is a video that YouTube thinks you might like, and I do too. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace. 2 fingers.